let's get one thing clear about the debate. No one has the right to tell a woman what she can and cannot do with her body. Hands off my body is the rule we need to operate on when it comes to the health and well-being of every living woman. She gets to choose medical procedures for her own body. And that is why it is wrong. Because there are two women involved, and it's a lifestyle at stake for one, and life at stake for the other. She is a living, human person, just like her mother. And just because you can't see her or hear her doesn't mean that science doesn't have some very simple and profound things to say about her. Since she doesn't yet have a voice, let me tell you what the rest of her body tells us about her, that she is a living, human person. She's alive. Just like all living things, she feeds and she grows. In fact, in her current state, she's feeding and growing faster than most living things. Her body is rapidly changing in some amazing ways, and if you let her go on growing, you'll soon see that she has her mother's eyes. There is no scientific definition that defines life with her on the outside of that definition. She is alive. She's also human. Homo sapien, that's how scientists would classify her. She's not a pig. She's not a horse. She's not even a monkey. She's human. And yes, we call her a fetus, but she's a human fetus. Fetus is just a way of describing her age, and if we let her continue to be a living human, she'll soon earn the distinction of being called a child, a teenager, and an adult. Scientists no more define her as a non-human than her mother was at this age or any age. She is a human being. Finally, she's a person. When her mother chooses to end her life, she is not cutting out any part of her own body. She's targeting a wholly separate person. Her DNA is her own. It's not like her father's or her mother's or anyone else who has ever lived. She is her own person, unique just like the rest of us. At every stage of development, it's actually quite easy for a scientist to tell you where she begins and where her mother ends. They are two women sharing the same space, but uniquely defined as individuals. Further, have you ever met a non-human person or a non-person human? What exactly is that? Are they the ones clogging up traffic? Do they forget to eat their vegetables? Are they the ones leaving all the ugly comments on YouTube? Or is that something we've made up to help us ignore what we know is obvious, that she is a person? A living human person. But she's just a collection of a couple of cells. What does it matter? Well, aren't all living human persons just a collection of cells? Aren't you just a collection of cells? Exactly how many cells would an innocent woman need before we protect her life? Does it make sense that if we just gave her a few more days, she'd have enough cells to count when she's already got all the other properties of a living human person? No, I don't think so. And that's why women are right to declare hands off my body for all living women. Because with or without a voice, no one should choose a medical procedure for her or her that she wouldn't choose for herself.